The difference in financial coaching is you have to bring a lot to the conversation. Now, in some conversations, it might not be bringing very much. In other conversations, it may be all about you bringing education. And that's where I said that financial coaching can be a blend of things. But the problem here is that if someone says, one of the things that I do is I invest in everything that did really well last year. And I take all the money out of stuff that did poorly last year and I put it in the stuff that did well last year. And that's a great investment strategy that's worked well for me. Well, you may have learned in some investment studies that that is probably not a good strategy. It's chasing returns. And so you can't speak to that if you don't know that, right? And that's not necessarily an example that'll come up a lot, but it could be something as simple as budgeting, right? I have a high interest rate credit card that I try to avoid because I always put on a low interest rate. Well, maybe that low interest rate credit card charges you a fee, and that fee ends up being higher, right? This is the typical credit card versus payday loan thing, right? Payday loans don't charge you necessarily interest, they charge you really high fees. And so those fees, when you compare them apples to apples, can be much higher interest rates, sometimes 1,000% interest rate. So you have to know these things in order to bring that value to the conversation and help people have good information to make good decisions. And so you do need to have a pretty broad base of knowledge when it comes to personal finance.